Hello, I'm Matthew Herrell and this is SEC Rewind, a month in retrospect. This month, SEC teens enjoy a week of extreme activities in Cornwall, Fulham Church takes a health fair to the community, Solofest attendees celebrate singleness, and Holloway Church holds Haven Cafe Open Day. The SEC Teens Department held their annual Extreme Teens Camp this month. Throughout the week, the teenagers go canoeing, zip wiring, paintballing, and a whole host of other activities. But Teen Camp isn't just for Adventist teens, and every year teenagers are invited to bring their friends, whatever background they are from. It's a great opportunity for young people from any context to get together in a neutral environment and meet people, have fun, and most importantly, get to know God a bit better. Our reporters had a chat with some of the teens attending, and here is what they have to say.
I enjoyed the fact that every single day was fun.
Enjoyed the weather. The weather's been really nice for the whole week, and so I like the way that are travelling as well as groups and whatnot. How we have time to basically get to know everyone in a way, meet together, we sleep together sort of thing. So it's like really nice.
I liked cycling, paintballing, the day when we went to the activity centre, food, except the fact that all the meat was vegetarian. That was a problem for me.
I also enjoyed the praise and worship. That was really good.
I like this camp a lot. It would have been nice if I could have stretched out these experiences, because each day only has a certain amount of time, and by the time it gets so exciting and you're so having so much fun, you have to go.
It's one of those things where it's like you wouldn't mind meeting new people and trying things new. That's what it is.
Because it's fun, yeah.
They say health is wealth, and this is the concept that Fulham Church were inviting their community to buy into. The church held a health fair this month and took the fair to the people, setting up in a local park. They even had a bouncy castle for the kids. The event organisers were working on the premise that in order to serve their community, they must understand their needs. And the best way to know people's needs is to form relationships with them. Members of the public who stopped by the fair had positive experiences and expressed gratefulness for the services they received. These included blood pressure reading, cholesterol checks, and demonstrations on healthy eating and juicing.
What kind of things am I doing at the fair? We've done massages. My daughter's currently playing on the bouncy castle. My niece and nephew just got their face painted. Yeah, the services have really helped me with my blood pressure. They've told me about my body mass and my body weight, and they've told me stuff like how to eat proper healthy stuff and what nutrition my daughter needs in a sense as well, because I was looking on some advice for her too. So yeah, they are really helpful. I think it is really important for a community like how big we are to have something like this, most definitely.
I heard about the fair, and my family came here last year and they found it to be extremely beneficial because you're discovering things about yourself through people that you don't know, and they're not, in a non-intimidating environment. We've been given a registration form and various different tests that you can participate in. So everything from your weight, your cholesterol, to your blood pressure, all of it. Yes, the service is really great. I think it's a great project and it's definitely helped me. It has opened my eyes to a couple of different things about my own health that I need to take. If I take action now, it would save me a lot of difficulty in the future, and that's really good. I think that's been the biggest eye-opener, and it's something that we can change.
The word singleness represents liberty to some, a burden to others, and a whole host of things in between. Social Light Ministries hold an annual Solofest with an aim of helping people find fulfilment in singleness and identify purpose in life. This year's event in Balham, South London, attracted a full house. Our reporter, Mariana, was on the scene, and this is her report.
To be single with purpose is to be happily single and have something that you do that you're happy with, that you're grounded in the Lord to be doing, to have a purpose in life, I'll give you an example. Like Paul. Paul was single, but he had a purpose in life. The man was single, but he was happy to serve in a purpose that God had for him. So, in other words, when you're single, you are not just sitting around waiting to be fulfilled by somebody. You are already fulfilling God's purpose for your life as you are single. The Bible says, remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth. That means you've got to be doing something, and you've got to be having a purpose. Your purpose, you're fulfilling that purpose even when you're single. I would tell people it's okay to be single by drawing from the life of Paul, and also maybe from the memoirs of my own personal life. I mean, you've got to be happy. The most important thing that you've got to realize is you've got to be happy by yourself. If you bring somebody into a life of misery, expecting them to fix you, they cannot fix you. If anything, they can also just be equally miserable, or you bring them down to your level. So you've got to be happy. As you're single, you're serving God, you're doing something, find a hobby, find something to do. You've got to be happy by yourself before you can meet somebody. And some people are not single by choice. Some are divorced. Some, they lost their partner died, or something of that nature. So all these things, they're coming from different angles. All these people are coming from different angles of life. So you can be happily single as long as Christ is the center of your joy, and you're serving God, and you're living your purpose. You can be happily single. If there is one thing I want the attendees to take back from the sermon that we have just had today, is that we make choices in life, and the choices that we make have got consequences, and we can't run away from those consequences. But even if you have messed up, God restores. God restores.
I came here today because I'm a regular member at Fulham, and when this was advertised, my friends sent it to me, and I thought it would be really good because I attended last year actually. Some of the points that really were related to me and that stuck to me were that they were talking about patience and God-centeredness. So if you have God in the center of everything, then once you have the foundation, then it will never fall apart. After today, I'll probably be taking some actions on more about, for me personally, about praying and fasting more. I try to pray and keep my daily devotions up, but then again, I believe if I pray and fast, I can get some of the results that I'm looking for. Well, for those who couldn't come, I would say they missed a lot on good advice and tips, and also some of the things they said there were really valuable, but I would not say much about what they said because since you missed it, next year you should come.
Yeah, I came here to enjoy the service and see how it is, because I heard about it and it was promoted to me on WhatsApp, so I came to see how it was. Well, after today, the actions I'm going to take is to reevaluate myself and look at things in a different perspective and see if I can change anything that needs to be changed and stuff. For those that couldn't come, they missed a really good service and a good time, yeah, like praising the Lord and understanding stuff about being single and how things should work and what you should focus on about God and wait for God first, then like the person that you're waiting for will come. Just be patient.
Holloway Church in North London held an open day this month for the Haven Cafe, a weekly initiative where the church doors are thrown open and local people can get their health checked, receive immigration advice, and even receive help with food and clothing. The open day brought all the existing projects together and also launched some new ones in a bid to inform as many Londoners as possible about the good things going on in their local Adventist church. Let's take a look.
The Haven Cafe It's an initiative that came about 2 years ago. And it was as a result of us, seeing people walking up and down Holloway Road, many of them sitting on the benches that are in front of our church, drinking alcohol, and some not having food because we had a cafe in the front and they used to come and ask for food, and we thought it's about time as a church we put something in place to cater for the needs of our community.
And for us, we believe that our church should be an open door to those that have a need, and for them to know that this is a place that they can come to when they have a need. And so it's fantastic that the Haven Cafe is here. Well, today's program differs from the one that we do on Wednesday in that it's on a larger scale and a display and an exhibition of what our church offers. So it shows what the Haven Cafe does on a week-to-week basis. So that's the foundation of our open day. So the Haven Cafe operates ESOL. And so today there will be an ESOL teacher who would speak to those who are interested to sign them up. And so they'd be able to talk to somebody on a one-to-one basis about ESOL. We also have massage and hydrotherapy. These are some things that we offer during the week, but we have a larger facility to offer more people massage and hydrotherapy. We have the cafe that also operates outside, and again, this is just one more opportunity for people to encounter cafe members for a longer period of time. And then as well, we have certain other initiatives that are taking place as well. We have the careers and the student zone. So that's something that we don't offer on a week-to-week basis, but we wanted to make sure that we started to inbuild something in the Haven Cafe for the students that we encounter. So that's something that we're looking to incorporate as we move forward. We have clothes that is also free for distribution. That's something that we do on a week-to-week basis. But another initiative that we have started and that will follow on from the open day today is the food bank. So we have food that's available because oftentimes people come to us and they'll have practical needs such as clothing and food as well. And so we've started to stock up on these so that we're able to meet that need when people come to us. So if you think of the open day, it's a day when our whole church is able to participate and we can show what our church has to offer and also highlight the work of the Haven Cafe.
I think the biggest message that we wanted to let this community know, number one, is that we are here. And number two is that we love them. I think those are the two main things that we want to communicate. I mean, later on comes the scriptural bases and the knowledge of Christ, and I get that. We want to move on to that. But those two fundamental principles are the guiding lens upon which we do evangelism in this area in Holloway. One of the reasons why it's really important to create the relationship between our church members and the community is that we're so disconnected from the members of our community. Our community live completely different worlds. They think differently, they act differently. One reason to try and connect the two worlds is to teach our members to talk a different language, to speak the language that people on the outside actually understand. And on the other side, to make that connection, is to show people in this community that their connection to Christianity and the people of God can actually make a profound difference in their lives. The importance of using the health message to reach the community means that we can get into an aspect of their life for which they all understand and they can all relate to holistically. We have a message that transforms. By using the health message to position our conversations and the way that we relate to people, we grip people. We have their attention, and once they're able to learn and take on board the advice that we have to give them according to Scripture, according to Ellen White and Spirit of Prophecy, we're able to really improve their current condition. And from doing that, they trust us because they realize that we have something sensible to offer them. And then later comes the actual gospel in and of itself. So the health message has an incredible relationship with the gospel because it evokes people to have that trust in our gospel message.
My job today was to go on the roadside and let people know about us, invite them in, and they're doing a blood pressure test, massage and things. So you would let them know that it's happening here and you invite them in. And if they're willing, and most people are willing to come in, especially for the blood pressure test. Coming here, you meet people from different countries. It's amazing. It's impacted my life very much because you meet people from various countries that you would never had meet before.
This has been SEC Rewind. If you have something planned that you think we should know about, then please do get in touch with us at the email address on the screen and we would love to talk to you about it. Thank you for watching, take care, and God bless.